All right. Spartan helmet? What is this? Mandalorian Spartan helmet? So if you wanted to put a Mohawk, now I would have to ask, do you want the Mohawk to go all the way down to the back of the helmet? Let's do it all the way down. All right. So I'm going to cheat the system here. Now, given you have this kind of weird profile on the outside, there's a lot of ways you could achieve this. The easiest way, in my opinion, where is your origin? All right. Even better. Your origin's right on center. Let's just split the helmet in half, right? Oh, we can't split. Hold on here. It's several pieces. Even better. Hey, look at that. You have... what you got going on there? You have a surface and you have more surfaces. Nice. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, one, you have two bodies here, so we're going to have to split this twice, but let's get into it. So split body, let's do the top half based on your origin. Again, we're going to go ahead and repeat that split to the bottom half based on that same origin plane. And now presumably what I have is two lefts and two rights, right? And as you guys can see, that is basically the view at which I would want that Mohawk, or how I could go about it. Is this where, yeah, this is where we roast people, man. Buckle up, it's going to get good. No. So again, I am dealing with two separate areas when I split this, but the idea would be is I just need to create a sketch. Now I could create a sketch on the profile, or I could create a sketch on the plane. Either one that I choose right now is going to require some additional projection. So again, we're going to project everything from this surface as well. And what I'm going to do is get these bodies out of the way so that you guys can see I now have the top of the helmet all the way around to the back covered area, right? So with that, I have the freedom to do quite a bit of stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of his other sketches out of my way. But if I wanted a Mohawk, presumably I could go ahead and sketch that first line. Maybe I sketch my second line coming off this projected edge down here. And then if I'm just proof of concept, this is why I love the ability just to test run a few things, is I might also connect the two of these on the inside. You guys will see why here in a minute. Lastly, we're going to hit this with a lovely spline around the outside. It's not pretty. Oh, let's go ahead. I hit escape too quick. Try to cancel the tool versus canceling everything else going on. We're going to see Elijah next week rocking this on his motorcycle. So again, this is where I'm going to go ahead and take my areas to be extruded. And in this case, I could actually do one side, or I could do symmetrical. Now I did turn off my bodies, so let's get our bodies turned back on. We're going to, again, let's go ahead and say two sides or symmetrical. Now that's going to give it to us right on center. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a brand new body. Again, the whole reason why I'm extruding this lower area, just to be safe, is to make sure that, one, you're going to notice either we're going to start to cut into that profile, or if I make this dramatically bigger, at some point we exceed that helmet's profile, right? So again, as you guys can see, is we're going to go ahead and bring that in. That's going to be a brand new body. And as you can see, in short, that's a Mohawk, right? Now, we can go ahead and do a lot more with this. Again, there's the second half of our helmet. If I wanted to, I could now join this stuff back together, do a combine. There's a lot of stuff that you can get away with. Now, again, it's really going to come down to what Zach needs to do, or what Zach is wanting to do with this more than anything. Zach, you want to give us a little bit more info about what you want or how you want it? Elijah out there went through a lot to do op 2 of those lures in the other palette I sent. I had to simulate and save the STL file. Awesome. We'll go ahead and take a look at that here in a minute. Yeah, it'll go good with my Leonidas style beard. So awesome. So, I mean, at this point, obviously you've gotten something much better than you expected. We could take this up a few notches. You could actually, if you wanted to, this is kind of the fun thing, is if we went over to the form tool You know, we could actually start using the form tool to make much more organic shapes and profiles. There's no shortage of really what you can and cannot do at this point. So again, if we went ahead and create some surfaces, actually, we're going to go ahead and undo that. But again, this is just the fun of just outside the box thinking, I think. So if I wanted to keep it relatively simple, we of course could add a couple of fillets to it, maybe clean up these front 2 edges, back 2 edges. I don't know what the scale is here, so we're going to go ahead and this looks like it's coming through as millimeters. We're going to get away with 100? No, we are not. We're going to have to go something like 50. Now you can see we have a little bit cleaner shape front and back. Again, the sky's the limit. I'm no modeling expert. The form tool would be kind of where you could start to go to really get organically shaped, maybe add kind of texture and things like that. Once everything's said and done, though, I mean, if I was to print this as one whole piece, now this leads me into a couple of really cool things is let's say we want to combine this all back together. So I'm going to merge this all back down into one piece. Now with a one piece design, maybe you're going to 3D print this. Maybe again, I don't know what you're doing with this, Zach. Whatever you do in your free time is yours. But one neat thing I've showed some people in the past is if we go back and we actually turn on our origin, this is where I want to split this in layers, right? So I can actually go in and create a actual surface here for splitting. Let's go ahead and create a sketch, create a surface, and then we are going to create a patch. Now, what this allows me to do is to create my layers to split this up. So again, as we go into a pattern of that surface based on our direction, and we're looking for that axis there. And again, we can now say symmetrical. I want to space this out in 200 millimeter spacings. I want, you know, an exceptional amount. We actually want to go spacing, not extent, by 200. And just like that, I now have my layers to split this thing up. So again, we can now go back. We're going to split this entire one body utilizing these different tools. And that bottom one is useless. So let's go ahead and get that bottom one turned off. Oh, we went ahead and missed that. Give me 1 sec here. Let's do that one more time. You don't need the top one. There we go. And just like that, we've now layered out several different areas of that actual helmet. So again, if you wanted to go 3D print this, as you can see, you have your different layers for the helmet. We can 3D print each one individually. We could actually up the ante even more. This is why I love doing this. Maybe you want to now throw in some dowel pins or something to align this. And we could put a circle here and a circle here. And then I can extrude this and this. Again, we'll say symmetrical in this case, just because it's going to go both ways. New body. And then now we have the bottom and the top being able to be held together. Oh. So, Zach, I hope that helps you out. By all means, let's go ahead and shift gears. Elijah in here with more fishing lure questions. Let's see where... Elijah, did you send that in anywhere? I haven't seen it. No problem, buddy. Now, one more thing I'll leave you with, guys, while Elijah gets the chance to put something in chat, is... Oh, last week? Okay, I'll take a look at that here. We'll try to get that back home. Is, one, you usually don't want this to be individual bodies, so I would recommend converting these to components. But when you get down to that workflow and you've got everything the way you like it, it's always nice to clean things up. Now, you can go in and you can actually do what's called a remove. And what that will do, as you can see, is it just removed all of those bodies and surfaces that we had. And it actually made a remove in my timeline. So again, now when we look at everything, I have all my helmet pieces as separate components. I actually have my dowel pins in there, as you guys can see as well. And I removed any additional things like surfaces, bodies that we don't need anymore. Again, this is just a use case where if I back up my timeline, I'm actually going to do a combine. I would like to cut this guy utilizing what would be my dowel pins. Let's go back a little further. We need to go ahead and go before we created our components, right? So again, we know our dowel pin 1 and 2. So let's go ahead and do our combine this. And then our tool is going to be this guy and this guy. Now we're going to keep that tool once we cut. And the reason for that is now we need to cut the bottom half. Again, this time we're going to go ahead and turn the keep tool off, picking the same two. And now you'll notice those tools disappeared, which is the bodies, but we have now officially cut into our model again. So once again, that rinse and repeat, we go ahead and take all of that helmet, convert those to a component, take all of that additional stuff that we've used for modeling and manipulation, and we're going to go ahead and just remove those all together from our file, and away we go.